I have a building in Alexandria. The tenants that live there have been living there for years. The landlord now wants to evict them or even pay them a minimal amount of money for them to move out willingly in order for him to hike up the rents. Example of that is Francis. She's been living in her apartment for almost 30 years. She pays $600 for a 2-bedroom apartment. The landlord knows that he can easily get in the range of $1,400 to $1,700 for that apartment, and he's doing everything in his power to evict her, even sending her bogus 3-day notices, saying that she's not paying her rent on time when he initially gave her a 5-day grace period to do so.
So we've been married 45 years. We've been living there maybe 35 years. My husband's the one that got stressed out. You know, he says, we have never gone through this, eviction, or, we've always been on time on the rent. Now we have this pressure on us that we got to be looking for a place, for just in case, something comes up and they want to kick us out, so, or evict us. We need to find a place that we can afford, and everything now I think is at least $1,000 or more. We're going to be paying double the rent we pay now, wherever we go. I know I'm better now because we're together. We're organized now. We're trying to stay in our apartments. So now I know I'm a little better. Yeah. And then there's 3 apartments that are empty, 3 bungalows that are empty. And then what they did, they boarded them up from the inside. I think that's intimidation. Look at that. Why? Who's going to break into those low windows? And instead of fixing them and renting them because people wanted to rent them, they could have rented the place. Chico called me. He says, "I'm here outside." So I come out like you did. I came here to see if he was outside. He was outside of the gate. And he just called me, I guess, to harass me because he could have come all the way up to tell me, you have not paid the rent, and then I would have shown him my receipt. But he didn't bother. He was just harassing me. That's what he did. And then Kenya tells me, well, go to the post office and see if they return the letter back. And of course they didn't return it. 3-day notice to evict. Okay. And then I thought it was, my husband got, what is this? He kind of upset, excited. But I says, Ralphie, your pressure's going to go up. But no, I try to keep him calm. These apartments are about 100 years old. Okay. After 100 years, the pipes needed to be fixed, and they all did Mickey Mouse job. And I didn't have any water for a long time. I had a little. I only had a little trickle of water, and finally, Mr. Diaz, after so many years, he fixed. I got some water running for my machine. Those things, I should have complained about those things, and I never did. With Kenya, she says, and her partner here, she says, if you don't want to move, you don't have to move. No. So we're waiting.